What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video, and I want to explain to you how you can purchase a property with no tax returns, right? And these individuals, yes, you will need a LLC, right? And yes, you will need cash, right? So I use this strategy all the time, and this is how I built my real estate portfolio to over 30 rental properties today, right? So growing up, I made a few bad decisions, and I wasn't able to necessarily establish myself where I can get in position to get a job. You know, I didn't have taxes, a W-2, or any of those things like that. But I had hustle, right? And I was ambitious. So I was able to put myself in a position where Wait. Let me introduce myself. My name is 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐜𝐫𝐷𝐸 Jr. I'm a social impact real estate developer and a seven-figure entrepreneur. In the last few years, I've been able to scale my real estate portfolio to over 30 rental properties valued at over $6 million in just a few short years, all by leveraging credit. I've started a community, and I want to invite you to for less than $2 a day. All you have to do is text the word group to the number below, and I'll send over the details for you. If you find yourself struggling with removing late payments, collection, charge-off, bankruptcies, and different things like that, or you find yourself having difficulty getting approved for funding, let me work with you so that we can help you reach your desired results. So other than that, I don't want to hold you up. I want you to get back to the video, and I look forward to working with you in the near future. Ran across some capital, but what I ran across was what I call land banks, right? And land banks, it's about 250 nationwide. That's all around the nation. And these land banks, they pretty much go into different neighborhoods, and they see vacant lots or very dispersed properties, right? And their ultimate goal is to get these properties, back to being vibrant, right? They understand that these properties has been sitting for years and years and years, so they want to partner with investors, right? And what they would do is, in exchange for you partnering with them to do work with the land bank, they will allow you to purchase properties via cash, right? Without requiring taxes or W-2, right? Now, in my business, this is what I strictly do, right? I purchase these properties cash. For example, this specific property that I'm standing in right now, it was about $35,000 for this 4-unit apartment building in Chicago, Illinois. This property I purchased outright $35,000, and then I went to a hard money lender, right? So a hard money lender, they are going to go off the deal. They understand that you might don't have taxes, W-2s, different things like that. But depending on how good your deal is, they will give you the money so that you can rehab it and sell it, or, rent it out to tenants, however you want to do at the end of the day. So yes, they are expensive, and I hear a lot of horror stories about dealing with hard money lenders, but I was able to build up my entire portfolio utilizing hard money lenders I still use to this day. So just keep in mind, once you finish your first deal with a hard money lender, it's going to set you up for the rest of your real estate career. So be open to building a relationship with one so that they can help you moving forward in whatever you want to do. But I purchased this property for $35,000, and I had to get a loan from a hard money lender for about $500,000. But they seen that the property made sense because once we're done rehabbing all 4 units, this property is going to be worth $750,000 on the back end. So they understand that, and they're willing to lend me money on a specific project. What they do is they do put a lien on the property, because just in case, you don't finish the job, they get to take the property, but the property is going to have equity in it. So for the $35,000 that I purchased the property through a land bank, I didn't have to show tax returns or W-2. I just had to, for one, show proof of income, right? What does that mean? Start an LLC up in my business name, and I funneled the money into my business name, and I had a screenshot. So when I submitted for the application to purchase a land bank, I submitted a screenshot showing the statement available balance. So they knew that I had the money. I recommend that you have, a little bit over that, just so they can know that, okay, you're a serious buyer, because there's a ton of people submitting applications because it's auction style, right? So it could be 2, 3, 4 people, maybe nobody, it all depends, that's submitting on this property. But if you submit the best deal, then they are looking to most likely allow you to win the bid because they want the best guy for the job. So not only did I send in a statement showing that I have the money, I also sent in a pre-approval for my hard money lender showing that I have the money to fix it up as well. And then I sent any previous work that I have to show them, hey, I do construction. Hey, I've rehabbed properties in the past. If you don't have any experience, just partner with somebody who does have experience and do your first deal, right? Because you want to get your feet in the game. You want to build these reputations with these hard money lenders. So you got to get your feet in the door somewhere. Even if you can partner with your general contractor or your GC, that's a good way to get into this game because you might need history, 1 or 2 jobs just for them to approve you for a hard money loan. So just keep that in mind. But my specific strategy on how I work is we purchase the properties full in cash and then we get approved for the hard money loan. So I purchased this specific property I'm selling for $35,000. And when we got approved for the hard money loan, they want you to put down anywhere from 15 to 20%. It just all depends on where you're at, right? Well, they're not just going to give me $500,000 to rehab this property. I have to use my own money out of pocket just so I can start the rehab budget, right? Let's say I did the roof and the roof is $15,000. What's going to happen is I got to spend $15,000 of my money to get the roof fixed, and then I have to schedule what's called a draw, right? So I also sent the hard money lender what's called a scope of work, itemizing every single thing that I need to get fixed. And I put the roof on there for $15,000. So now I spend money out of my pocket, and then now I schedule a draw. So now they come out, look at the roof, and they take pictures and they say, hey, we like that you did the roof, you completed it. Now they're gonna wire me the $15,000 to my account and I can put that money back into my pocket. But this is why credit is so important as well, because say that same $15,000, I could have got the material from Home Depot for $10,000 using my Home Depot credit card or any, business credit card that I have. And now I have to pay, let's just say $5,000 for the labor that's typically cash. Well, you can use a personal line of credit or you can use a business line of credit to get that cash. And now you just spent $15,000. You spent $10,000 on the credit card and you spent $5,000 on a business line of credit or a personal line of credit. You still got that roof fixed. And now when they wire you the $15,000, when you schedule the draw and the hard money lender comes out, now you just pay the credit card and the personal line of credit back off. But what happens is you're able to keep your capital just in case you run across any other deals so that you can acquire those deals when they come up, because it's very important to find deals. You make your money on the buy. But not only that, that $10,000 that I spent with a credit card, I'm able to get rewards points. And those rewards points add up over the course of every single month when you spend $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month in construction costs. So that's why it's so important that we build up our credit, we invest in our credit so we can put ourselves in a position so we can get $50,000 to $100,000 and even more, because credit is infinite, right? So that's how I'm able to scale my real estate portfolio, and that's how I started with no W-2s or no tax returns by leveraging land bank properties and purchasing my properties outright in cash in full. If you have any other questions about this process, drop them in the comments below, and I'll see y'all on the next YouTube video.